Good Monday evening. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Everett here in the King 5 newsroom, and well, it was a very Pacific Northwesty kind of weekend. I think you know what I mean. Temperatures well below average. It was chilly out there. We saw plenty of rain cycle through, including this morning where we saw a pretty strong frontal boundary move through. We've got a low pressure system sitting off the coast that's just going to continue to spin storms in for the next couple of days, but then some changes are coming and the timing could be fantastic. Let's take a live look over Everett. It's right around 6:20 on Monday evening that I'm recording this, and this is what I'm calling hope on the horizon. So there's some dark clouds out there, and this camera has been rocking quite a bit all afternoon, but there's some blue sky out there as well, and that is kind of a harbinger of things to come. Now, as far as the wind goes, we don't have any wind advisories or wind warnings in place, but we do have a small craft advisory along the water. I'll show you that in a moment, but let me show you this. It's going to stay blustery as we go through the rest of the night tonight. So hope is what I'm selling tonight. It's going to stay cloudy and showery through midweek. It's going to dry out late week, and then it looks like it could be pretty good for the Memorial Day weekend, especially on Sunday. Here, let me show you the numbers. 7-day forecast shows us being below average. 67 is the norm for this time of year, so we're not going to get there until Thursday, but then once we do, we kind of hover in that region, and as it stands right now, if the ridge of high pressure builds like the forecast models are suggesting it will, Sunday could be a really nice day. Monday is still kind of up in the air. Some scenarios saying that it looks like it could cool down and become showery again. Some of them saying that it could stay warm, so make sure you keep it tuned here and we'll keep you on top of that. Current temperatures as I'm recording this are chilly out there. In fact, mid-50s is pretty much all we accomplished today. 52 today in Puyallup, 50 in Quileute, and even off towards the east where it's normally pretty warm, 64 in Wenatchee, 54 in Leavenworth. As we take a look at current radar, we are seeing a little bit of instability and firing off some thunder and lightning just off towards the north and east of Kennewick, but otherwise it's just good old-fashioned rain that's cycling through that will continue to move through as we go through the rest of the night tonight and through the day tomorrow. I'll show you the futurecast here in just a moment. Small craft advisory in place until 11 p.m. tonight. I saw whitecaps not only on Puget Sound today, but even on some of our lakes. So if you are planning on heading out in a boat, make sure it's not a small one. It's going to be pretty rough out there along the coast, even on Hood Canal tonight until late tonight. Now, as we put the future into motion, the wind will back off. This is right around 11 o'clock tonight when that small craft advisory is set to expire, but as you notice, the wind's not going anywhere. It's going to stay breezy overnight tonight, especially in places like Bremerton and up towards the passes there. And then through the day tomorrow as another system cycles through. Again, nothing that's going to gust into the 40-mile-an-hour range, but it will remain blustery throughout the day. And then as one last hurrah, it will stay kind of gusty up towards Friday Harbor, Whidbey Island, off towards Wenatchee and Leavenworth before things finally settle down. Here's a live cam. Again, this is right around 6:20 on Monday where it has been snowing up at Alpental where they're building a new chair up there. Yeah, Chair 2 is going to be replaced with a much faster and better chair next season, but the folks up there who are building it are dealing with some really cool temperatures and some snow that will cycle through. The reason I'm telling you that is to tell you this, is if you do have any recreating plans up into any of the mountain passes, make sure that you are packing appropriately and checking the spot forecast before you go. We could see close to a half a foot of snow up at Paradise, about 3/4 of a foot up towards Mount Baker. Even Stevens Pass could see some accumulating snow along with White Pass. So again, just be very careful. A lot of those trails will be slippery and it's going to be really cold up there during the overnights. Putting the future into motion, you will continue to see those showers that'll cycle through from the south and west before becoming a little more zonal, just a fancy way of saying from west to east late on Tuesday. And again, you're seeing lots of that lavender up in the Olympics and in the Cascades through Tuesday afternoon. And showers will continue to cycle through on Tuesday until we see a convergence zone setting up over southern or northern King County, a good portion of Snohomish County, and it looks like that's going to carry on into Wednesday morning. We'll see some more spotty showers on Wednesday, but that will be the beginning of that ridge that's going to build across the region that will clear, dry, and warm us. We'll see some rain that will pulse up from the south early on Thursday. It looks like that's going to be kind of more of a Yakima thing than anything else, and then it looks like that's going to move out as well. Here's how it looks in the big picture. We're going to stay active basically through midweek, and then that ridge builds in. Take a look at this. This is Friday going into the Memorial Day weekend, and things could quiet down beautifully for us and stay that way. Look at this. This is Sunday. Now, this is where the forecast models diverge a little bit. Some of them are saying that we get to keep that. Some of them are saying that it could be cooler and showery on Monday on the holiday itself. And again, we've still got a few days to fine tune that. It's going to be cool overnight tonight. We're going to be tracking some mid to upper 40s, and then high temperatures tomorrow will once again not be high, unless of course you happen to be in Wenatchee, where it'll be 67 or possibly 64 in Friday Harbor. 7-day forecast shows us beginning to incrementally warm. So Thursday is the first day we get even remotely close to average. We get to keep that Friday and Saturday. Sunday could be phenomenal, and then Monday's still kind of up in the air. Anyway you slice it, it's a holiday weekend. The timing looks like it's going to be fantastic on that. We just have to work through a little bit more wind and rain before we get there. So there it is in a nutshell. Stay warm, stay dry, stay safe, keep it tuned to King 5, and we'll see you again soon.